Okay. Hi everyone. Happy Wednesday again. It's me, Anatai. I'm a registered dietitian who focuses on functional nutrition therapy and also a hypnotherapist. So I'm here every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time to talk about or to answer your question about weight loss, binge eating, and emotional eating. And because that's kind of an area that a lot of people struggle with, even with all of those weight loss and all this conventional recommendation out there, people still struggling with weight loss, and we keep asking why, and I have the answer right here. So, as usual, usually I pick some questions from the Facebook group and I'll answer it here. Okay. And again, I'm doing this live every Wednesday afternoon, and it's live on Facebook. So on my Facebook page and Facebook group, and also on TikTok here as well. So if you have any question, go ahead, put your question in the comment. If I see it, I'll answer it. If not, I'll try to answer it the next time. Let me find the question here. Okay. And okay, oh, here, sorry. Let's find the question from today. Want to say anyone's name because it's a private group, but you'll know who you are. You have days where you can eat in calorie deficit and feel satisfied, and then the next day you eat the same thing basically, but still feel hungry. So, to answer this question, is that we need to understand that the human body is not a machine like a car. Like if your car says, well, actually even your car doesn't do the same thing because every car have like a certain gas mileage, right? Some like really efficient car may say one 1 gallon of 15 miles per gallon, but then depending how you drive the car, it might be shorter or it might be more or less. It's the same as the human body. Some days we're more active, we burn more calories. Some days we're not as active, then we burn less calories. Then it might feel like some days we seem to feel more hungry than other days. And also, I think most of us kind of only associate burning calories with physical activities. So this person might be thinking that because I'm not exercising or doing exactly the same thing, it might feel like I'm burning the same amount of calories, but that's not true because our body, the metabolism in the human body is actually determined by the human by different organ function. So in our body, the big organs are like the brain, the heart, liver, intestine, and then the other smaller ones. All of those body parts of organs is actually functioning when these each of these body parts functioning, they're using up calories or energy to keep us alive. Especially the brain and the heart, these two are like the most metabolically active organ in our body. And people don't understand that. Like, especially for kids or even people who have around, the amount of mental focus that they have to sustain during that job actually is like a workout because the brain, even though it's a huge piece of fat, it's about 60% fat. But your brain is like about what 3 pounds brain takes up about 2-3% of your whole body weight, but it uses up 20% of your daily energy intake. So the brain is actually very highly metabolic. So even though you might not be actually moving around, running around, doing activities, just reading, studying alone can be a very intense workout up here. And then also the heart as well, because the heart is a very huge piece of muscle. So your heart or your ticker actually takes continuously all day long, especially when you're in stress or have something bothering you, you feel your heart pumping faster. So that means that your heart probably is using up more energy. So part of part don't feel as hungry, and it's just totally normal. The other part that the other thing I want to address about that question is about the calorie deficit. And again, I'm an advocate against the calorie deficit because research after research has proven that calorie deficit doesn't work. And okay, hold on. Facebook always act a little bit funny on me, but calorie deficit does not work in the long term. Studies after studies shows that calorie deficit actually causes weight gain, or more specifically, dieting with calorie deficit always causes weight gain in the long term. Initially, you might lose some weight in like the first maybe 6 months or so. You lose a bunch of weight, like about 10% of weight. But most people, at least 2/3 of the people, always gain those weight back. And if we look at like longer term studies, um, pretty much everyone gained all their weight back. And even there's this studies that they did on I think is the Women's Initiative studies. They look at 20,000 women and they put them on a low while doing the low fat. They also cut back, I think, 360 calories a day. Only 360 calories a day, which is just about one meal, right? So they look at these women over 8 years period. So in 8 years time, looking back, nobody lose anyway. So all these women pretty much stays about the same. But another thing that they also found is that the body fat increased. So even though these women didn't lose weight or didn't gain weight, in 8 years just following a low fat calorie deficit diet, they they actually increased the body fat percentages. So which means that there's have a slower metabolism from just doing that slight calorie deficit. So, but I have more information about calorie deficit. I know a lot of you still is into this whole like trying to restrict yourself, try to not eat. But if you go to the Facebook group and read all of these things, a lot of the comments or the posts that you read is about binge eating or having cravings. They try to control the cravings, and it's all because you're restricting yourself, not allowing yourself to eat. Because when you don't allow yourself to have enough calories to sustain, and actually, there's one comment, someone saying that, oh, 1,200 calories is the minimum for you to survive. Yes, you can survive for a long time. In fact, um, let's see, I think we try and figure out how long a human can survive without eating. So I think many years ago, Gandhi actually go on a hunger strike, and so for that person said something like, "Oh yeah, definitely you can do a 1,200 calories diet because that's like the minimum you can go." Like this is the reason why sometimes it's so dangerous, like going into Facebook group and these random strangers giving you advice that is actually not true. You cannot you can't really say what's the minimum for the body to survive, because your body can survive many days without food. But the question really for you trying to lose weight is actually really figuring out how much calories you need to stop your body from thinking that you're in a starvation mode. Because when you're in a starvation mode, your body freaked out, and when your body don't think that you're getting enough calories, it's going to shut down metabolism and shut down body function. So that's when you have low energy level and you just don't feel well because your body is shutting down. It's like closing shop. And on top of that, your body actually makes you more sensitive to the smell of food and make you think about food all the time because your body's like, there's not enough food. Go find some more food. And then when days goes by, you think that you're eating so healthy and eating all these low calories, but what you don't realize is that your body is actually freaking out inside, not knowing once the next good meal is coming. So then 3 4 days, or most people that I read a lot about is, oh yeah, yeah, I do really well eating healthy during the week, and on weekend it's like all hell comes loose, and then you just eat whatever you want. Or when your period is when it's around time around your period, you start having more food cravings. It's because your body just not getting enough nutrients, and knowing that you're gonna have your period and start losing blood, your body's like, okay, girl, you need to go get some and stash up here because winter is coming. It's the same idea. So, but anyway, let me answer. I think I answered that. Here, that one's too long. Here, let's talk about this one. Any thoughts on a 1200 calories a day? Eating 1200 calories a day. Any thoughts on eating 1200 calories a day? I'm going to a festival next month and want to lose weight as fast as I can. So my fitness pal recommends eating 1200 calories a day to lose 2 pounds a week, but it feels impossible. One meal and two granola bar takes me to my daily requirements. Should I up the calorie intake? The answer is yes. You need as much calories as your body needs. No, you need to eat as much calories as your body needs, so your body feels that it is loved and it is safe, because your body again is a survival machine. When you starve your body and your body thinks that you're starving, it is going to shut down many body function. It shut down digestion, shut down in your immunity, shut down fertility. That's the reason why many women and some men to developing all these autoimmune disorder is because when we when you don't eat enough, your body actually start breaking down, shutting down organ function, and it is also breaking down tissue, organ tissue, muscle tissue for energy. That's some two things that is wrong with the calorie deficit recommendation all these years, is that, and I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying that it doesn't work in the long run, because calorie deficit eventually is going to cause your body to start eating whatever you have on the body to get that weight loss. So that means that when you do a calorie deficit diet to try to lose weight, most of that weight that you lose initially mass as well. So there's two fallacy with the calorie deficit recommendation. The nutrition experts, including myself many years ago when I'm fresh out of nutrition school, were taught that in order to lose 1 pound of body fat, you need to cut 500 calories out a day, assuming that's based on the assumption that 1 pound of body fat equals to 3,500 calories. So if you cut 500 calories a day, that's a total of 3,500 calories a day, and that should equate to 1 pound of body fat of weight loss per week. And that equation is just so perfect, right? All the numbers just work so perfectly. But here's the two fallacy of that recommendation. One is that I assume that if you normally eat 2,000 calories and burn 2,000 calories, and you drop your 500 calories, your body continues to burn 200 calories. And that's not the case. Like I just mentioned, when you drop your intake and decrease your calorie intake, your body decreases its intake as well. So if you drop to 1,500 calories a day intake, your body decreases its metabolism to also 1,500 calories a day intake. It's just like your bank account. You wouldn't spend like $2,000 if you only have $1,000 in the bank, right? Or if you only make $1,000 a month, you don't go ahead and spend $2,000. So your body is doing the same thing. If you drop your calories intake, then your body's going to make a slow suicide, and your body's like, oh no, 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 we're not doing that. No way we're doing that. So your body shuts down. Then when you get to your goal weight that you're trying to achieve with that 1,000 calories or 1,200 calories diet, and then you're like, oh yeah, I get to my weight now, so now I can relax and go back and start eating how I was eating. Then you go back to eating your normal 2,000 calories a day, and then now you start seeing all that weight gain plus more, because now your body have, you just train your body to burn calories at 1,000 calories level, but then now you're eating at 2,000, so now you have an extra 1,000 calories of extra to kind of, for the body to kind of find place to put them, right? So that's one way how you messed up with your metabolism with a calorie deficit dieting recommendation. So the second fallacy of the calorie deficit recommendation: eat enough calories or eat less than what our body needs, our body automatically choose to burn fat as energy. But the problem is it doesn't do that. Like your body loves fat. So especially when you're in a survival mode and your body knows that you're not getting enough calories, it's holding onto fat like it's their life. Like like fat to your body is like gold to us human beings. Like we want to have money, we want to have gold, right? We hold on to those things and not want to let go, especially in a time knowing that there's not enough coming in. So so assuming that when you cut calories or in a calorie deficit and your body's gonna burn fat, that's wrong, because you flip your body into a survival mode. In survival mode, your body's goal is to keep you alive as long as possible. So your body raises the stress hormone, which actually burns protein or breaks down protein. It's going to be the last thing that your body's going to start burning. So just be more educated so that way you don't make the same mistakes like a lot of these people. And if you want to learn more about how to eat properly, the correct way to fix your body, to treat your body, and actually nourish your body to actually lose weight, go to my website, anataiwellness.com, or follow me on, well, TikTok, Instagram, and all those. And I talk about how you're supposed to be eating in a way to nurture your body, not to torture your body. And that's very unfortunate that nowadays, like this whole starvation dieting thing, and even just the whole idea of dieting, going on crash diet for a couple of weeks and then going back to eating normally, like dieting is almost like a new hobby for everyone now. Rather than like putting your body in so much stress, why don't you just learn to eat healthy or eat in a way that makes yourself happy? Because there are ways that you can actually eat delicious healthy food that tastes good and don't feel deprived. So every day you're just eating normally and you don't feel like, oh my god, this week I'm on a diet, I can't eat this, can't eat that. That's not the right way to go. Like God or the universe did not put you on this planet to make yourself suffer. And we're here, there are ways to do it such a way that you can actually feel that you're eating enough and makes your body feel good. Because the thing is, the other thing also is we often talk about losing weight is healthy, but it is not true. Not everyone has to lose weight to be healthy. You could still be a little bit on the heavier side and still be healthy. But the thing is, we need to find yourself in that kind of situation, like starving yourself. And I often ask my patient, like, who's a mom to? I was like, would you put yourself or put your child in that kind of diet to make your child suffer, right? Because and I've seen a lot of women too that one of the biggest concern is I want to be able to eat healthy so I can help my child to eat healthy too, because I don't want my children to have the same kind of relationship I have with food. Because a lot of you here trying to find the way to lose that weight, you know that you've tried so many different diets. Some work, but you always go back to the old way of eating. Like the ketogenic diet works. Like almost everyone that I've talked to say that it works, but always, like 2, 3 months down the road, they go back to the old way of eating. Is because it is not a sustainable way to lose weight. And again, losing weight is not about cutting calories, because the reason why you gain weight has nothing to do with calories, how much calories you eat too much. The extra weight that you gain is actually an early sign of your body telling you that something is not functioning properly in you. So when you correct those underlying lying issue, you'll be able to achieve the weight loss. And weight loss come as a result of healing your body, but not just your physical body, but the mental part as well. And that's the reason my focus is always on weight loss and binge eating and emotional eating, because most people are not able to sustain that healthy eating habits. 90% of the time is emotional or psychological related. Like everyone knows exactly how and what you need to do to eat. Pretty much everyone who comes to see me know exactly what they need to do, how much they eat, what they should eat, and what how to exercise. Like nobody like brand new that, oh my god, I don't know what's a protein is, or I don't know what's a carb is. Everyone knows. But but then they always think that it is the problem, that they don't understand there's something missing that they don't understand. But and really that whatever things that's missing is really the psychological part, because us as human being, even though like we're physical human being, 90% of all the whatever that we do every day, 90% is determined by our emotions, is not the logical part. And with all the patients that I've been working on for the longest time, everyone have this thing where they say that, especially when they're eating a lot of big volume of food, is because they can't even control it. Like like just the other day I was talking to one of my patients, and she's like, so I was like, so how many of these lemon candies are you eating? She's like 30, 40. And then we kind of laugh around about it. It's like she's like, I just not even paying attention. Like a lot of times when you have binge eating or emotional eating, you don't even feel like you're present. You just feel like someone else is eating, or someone else in you making you eat all those food. And my other patient actually say, I don't even like the taste of the candy, but I keep making myself eat it. Like I just keep shoving it in my mouth. It doesn't even taste like anything to me, and I don't even like it. So whenever you have binge eating or any kind of emotional eating where you feel like you're blacking out and you're just eating and eating, like someone else is making you do the job and you're out of control, is all your subconscious mind. It is something that you need to work with the therapist to work on. It is not something that you can just use willpower or motivation. And that's the reason why a lot of this weight loss thing is so damaging, because when you try a weight loss diet and you don't succeed, someone's going to tell you that, or even you yourself telling you that, oh, you're such a bad person. You have no willpower. You have no motivation. Weight loss has nothing to do with motivation or lack of willpower. It has all to do with your psychological being. What was going on in, from working with a lot of clients who have like problems with binge eating, a very common reason or subconscious reason is the connection. So basically, it's similar to addiction to drugs and alcohol. It's always the connection. Anytime you have an addiction to certain substance, whether it's a dangerous substance or food or gambling or shopping, any kind of thing, is always a lack of connection in your regular life. And this addiction gives you that connection, gives you a sense of connecting, a sense of you're not alone, a sense of calmness. So those are the type of feelings that food is giving you. And it is something that you need to dig deep and deep into your psyche to figure that out. Because a lot of times when I ask my patient just flat out with the logical brain, they're like, I don't know. I just don't know why I'm eating. It's like someone inside me just make me go get all those cookies and candies and shove it in my mouth. And a lot of times, like some of my patients even say, like, I just black out binge. Like, I have no idea what was going on. Like, I just black out, and then when I wake up, all the food is gone. So, but again, things that's something that I work with that makes me different than other nutritionists or dietitian because I work with the psychological part of it, not just giving you a meal plan and say follow it. Because I've done that many times many years ago and it didn't work, and that's the reason why I studied to become a hypnotherapist. Like um, those of you who don't know me or kind of think that I'm crazy talking about like calorie deficit doesn't work, like trust me, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've seen it all the time. When I first started seeing adult patients for weight loss, I thought the clinic people hated me because every consult that I get, it says all these consults are from the doctor. All these consults, everyone says patient tried everything, patient tried dieting and exercising, still cannot lose weight. And when the patient comes to see me, I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, how could you not lose weight following all this recommendation, right? But they all have the same thing. They're all following a low calorie diet, like 1,200 calories, 1,000 calories diet a day, and working out. Even I have few women working out 2 hours every day. I was like, how do you even find that time to work out 2 hours every day? And the same thing, all of this, doing all the recommendation that we recommend for as long as I know as a dietitian, and it doesn't work. And I start doing more research on my own because my background is a pediatric dietitian. So I look inside the body, look at different organ function and see how to fix the problem. But in adult world, adult women trying to lose weight from with the eye of a pediatric dietitian, looking at different organ function, looking at everything in the body, which part is working, which part not. And that's when I realized that, oh my God, the women's body is different because we have all these different hormones running around on us. And our body naturally just have more body fat because our body is meant for a greater job, like having a baby. So the women's body is definitely different. And like all these weight loss advice definitely work for men. Like if you have a male partner, like a husband or a boyfriend who's doing the same thing as you, they probably easily lose like 10, 15 pounds in a month, doing exactly the same thing you're doing. But you, on the other hand, doing exactly the same thing, your weight barely move anywhere. Like some of you might even gain weight. And like I said, I see that all the time. Patients come to me doing exactly the same thing as the husband. The husband or the boyfriend is so nice. They being so supportive, so they work out together, eat the same healthy food together. The husband or the boyfriend lose 10, 15 pounds in a month, and then the wife or the girlfriend is like either not lose any weight or just keep gaining weight and continue to gain weight until they come to see me. I change their eating and they start losing weight, and they're like, oh my God, what a difference. But anyway, um, another thing, my fitness pal. I don't like my fitness pals, and the reason why is I found a lot of mistakes on it. like the calorie counting is wrong. There's a lot of wrong information, so I don't use that. And the second reason why I don't like it is I don't like to count life. We're not here to suffer. We're not here to count calories. We're not here to try to look a certain way just so people like us more. We should be here to enjoy life and start with loving ourselves first. And that means that you should honor your hunger. When you're hungry, you give your body food. And when your body say, I want that piece of cake, go ahead and have it. And here's the reason why when your body wants that piece of cake, that cookies, that candy, just go have it. Because I have the same experience too. Sometimes I was like, I really want to have ice cream, or I really want to have cake. So I'll go and have the ice cream or the cake, and then in my head, just thinking about that cake and ice cream, it's just tastes so delicious in my head. And then when I eat that, I was like, that's it? Like I've been thinking all day about that piece of cake. That's all it tastes. Like okay, then I was like, that's it. I'm done with the cake anymore. I don't want it anymore. So go ahead and let yourself be free and enjoy life. Again, you're here on this earth to do good things and to feel great. You're not here to suffer. So let yourself have whatever you want. And it's the same thing. Just because you allow yourself to have a piece of candy or have a cake or chocolate and whatever you want, it doesn't mean that you're always going to end up eating the whole bag of food a whole bag of chips or a whole bag of cookies. But if you do, it means that something inside you subconsciously is doing it. And that's, again, probably something that you might want to contact me or message me and we can talk more about that offline. But other than that, the number one cause of binge eating, sugar cravings, and whatever, the number one, well, I'll say the physical cause will be because you don't allow yourself to have those foods. And some of that could actually be something that stems from childhood. Because I do a lot of therapy with people who are struggling with weight loss. Oh, thank you for the heart. I do a lot of therapy with people struggling with weight loss and binge eating. And a lot of that, we do regression and we go back to a lot of childhood memories where the parents don't allow them to have any sweet. So they have very strict parents. Like there's one of my client actually, all the reasons come back to parents not allowing him to have any sweets at all. So anytime he can sneak some in, like eating in the basement where the parents store all the sweets there, or when he start having his own paper route and start making his own money, he'll go to the store and the bakery and buy a lot of donuts and cakes and just eat all of those before he goes home. So there's no evidence for the parents to look at. Or other clients will be something like they're eating at home, parents or the family make cookies, but the mom only allow her to have one, so she's afraid to ask for more, so then she's like, and the mom asks her, why are you hiding? Why didn't you ask me? Because you said I can only have one. So a lot of these binge eating behavior could be something that is stemmed from childhood, or you might have a childhood experience where you your parents don't care about you most of the time, but the only person who really shows that they love you and make you feel special is your grandma. And your grandma always like to make you sweets and dessert. And when your grandma makes you sweet and dessert just for you, that makes you so special. So in that case, you create this sense of like feeling special around all these sweets and dessert because that's what your childhood memory reminds you. Every time you feel special is when your grandma makes you cookies or cakes. So when you grow up, you automatically go for those kind of food when you feel sad because when you eat something sweet, it reminds you of that special feelings you have when grandma makes you cookies and dessert, right? So That's something to think about. And then again, of course, when you go to a doctor or go to a regular dietitian and you try to lose weight, they'll tell you, here, just follow this meal plan. Just don't eat that much and don't eat this and don't eat that, and then you should lose weight. But no one ever asks you, oh, are you having sugar cravings? Or when do you notice your sugar cravings the most? Because a lot of times, oh, actually, this is an interesting one because I have, I think it was yesterday, a couple of days ago, one of my client actually says that most of her cravings is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then, so that was fine because a lot of times people do, like I have other patients who have like more cravings or binge eating in the afternoon after coming to work, right? And most of the people will be like, yeah, just so tired from work, so just go home and relax and just want to have something to eat, right? So for this particular client was that the 3 o'clock thing, couple things that she is not around, but food is around. So food becomes a form of comfort. And then she also mentioned something about one of her relatives was actually murdered at 3 o'clock. It is a very close relative of hers, so maybe that 3 o'clock also bring up some unpleasant memories that she wants to suppress. So food is a form to suppress some of those memories as well. So like that's something that I try to help people understand that a lot of this binge eating is uncontrollable, not because of a lack of motivation or lack of willpower. There is a lot of emotional connection associated with it. That's the reason why you call it emotional eating. Sometimes we call it binge eating. That's more like the just the physical and logical side. But again, we need to ask the deeper question and ask you, what does it mean when you're eating this food? And a lot of times, your conscious mind is not able to answer those questions, but we need to deep inside to find out why. So, and hypnotherapy is a great way to figure out some of these deeper emotions that you cannot get out of your system. Uh, okay, we answered that. Oh, here. So this one is about workout. I can't stress enough how much I hate working out. I have zero motivation, but I understand that if I want to see more progress in my weight loss, it's unavoidable. What's your favorite way to work out? Okay, that's great. She's asking about people what's their favorite way to work out. Here's the deal about workout if you're trying to lose weight. Again, going back to my previous point that weight loss is not about starvation diet, calorie deficit, or working out excessively to burn more calories. Weight loss for women is a healing journey, a journey to nourish your body back to normal functioning because of the years of dieting, calorie restriction, and excessive exercise. Because the woman's body is delicate. Treat your body like a flower, or maybe not that delicate. Treat your body like a temple or church or synagogue or mosque, whatever religion you are, or whatever that something that you treat very sacredly. So that means that you should be very picky about what goes in your body, food, drinks, whatever. Also picky about who is around you because things that people say can hurt your feelings, and when your feelings hurt, it hurts your body too. Huge connection between your mind and your body. You feel happy, you smile, or you laugh. When you watch a sad movie, you start crying, even though it's even your sad story, but you're just watching a sad story. Or when you're upset and angry, your body just tense up. So every thought in your brain actually create a physical reaction in your body. So you need to be very careful who you hang out with, what you talk about, and what you allow into your brain and into your life. So yeah. Okay, so talking about exercising for weight loss. So in the case of weight loss, exercise, it is the purpose of exercise is not to burn calories. It might help give you more energy by boosting your metabolism a little bit, strengthening your body, strengthening the muscle, which is all good. Exercise is really a way to just let around and do fun stuff. Exercise, in your case, if you're trying to lose weight, especially if you've been struggling for years to try to lose weight, going on diet after diet, diet after diet, and yo yo dieting, the purpose of exercise is really for mental health. So that means that rather than just doing whatever exercise that someone told you that is good for weight loss, like I don't even advocate those CrossFit or those intense exercise because it just stress your body out. When it stress your body out even more, that means your body's gonna make even more cortisol, which actually holds onto the body fat even more. So your exercise program should focus on gentle movement. So it's not even exercise, just move. So the best thing is really doing yoga, Pilates, going out for a walk. The thing is, you need to feel good doing it. If you feel like someone have to drag you out to do it and you just so stressed out and angry doing it, all that negative emotion is going to have a negative, is something that you probably do not want because any kind of negative feelings always create more stress in your body. So you want to only do exercise that you enjoy. So like I mentioned earlier, you can do yoga, you can go for a walk, you can do Pilates, you can dance if you love to dance, as long as it is something fun. And after you're done, you feel more relaxed and you feel happier. That's the type of exercise you should be doing. Like you can do marathon too. I used to run marathon and do triathlon. Some people, like I have a nurse who used to tell me, "You're crazy. You shouldn't be running that much. It's so bad on your joint and your organs and everything." And I totally get it. But I just do it for fun because I was doing with all my friends, like we're all trained for marathon and triathlon together. So it's a way of me to bond with my community. But just knowing that when you do something so intense to your body, you need to make sure that you fed your body well to support recovery and healing. Like I will tell you, I used to run like before I know all of this stuff, I used to run 5, 6 miles every day because I was in the training mode. And let me tell you, it can hurt your leg because you can get shin splint from it. But and then you're done for a long while. But anyway, so exercise is about gentle movement. Just do something that is fun. Go do dancing. I actually have a membership with this Bollywood dance thing because I just love how they look on the Bollywood movie, like the Indian movie, like the dance. It looks so nice. So I signed up for this. It's an online dancing thing. So it's like a dance workout. So I learned all this like Indian dance moves. You can do whatever you want to do as long as you're moving and you're having fun and you're enjoying it. That's the type of exercise you should have. And it's okay to once in a while do something super intense because the once in a while stressing your body is actually good. Good controlled stress is good. The type of stress that's bad for you is the chronic stress that you feel out of control, like being in a work in a job that you hate because your boss is mean and you have um, um, mean coworkers who bully you, or being in a relationship or in a marriage that hate because your spouse or whoever partner was abusive. These are chronic stress that you feel out of control, and these are the very damaging type of stress. But short-term stress, going for a long run, like once a week, stressing your body out, that's totally okay and that's totally fine because you know there is an end to that. So that's totally okay. Um, okay, I'm going to answer this last question because it's almost an hour, but again, I'll answer more. So this question is about drinking water. So how do you all drink a gallon of water a day? I'm trying, but haven't succeeded yet. Okay, again, I am very, very against people just going online to Facebook and randomly find recommendation anywhere because not everybody should be drinking a gallon of water. There are multiple reasons why you should not drink a gallon of water. First of all, it might not be enough. It might not be the right volume of water for you. The way that I calculate water intake, there are many different ways, but I'll teach you the easiest one for you because in the hospital, we have specific way to calculate how much water to give a patient, and I'm not going to teach you that because you don't need to know. But simply, really quick way is um, simply to take your body weight. The human body is 70% water. So you take your body weight and you multiply that by 0.7. So your body weight in pounds multiplied by 0.7. And that's the number of ounces of water you're going to drink a day. So that's how you figure out how much water you need to drink. So just to make it simple, say someone who is 100 pounds, I know some of you are like, oh my God, that's impossible. I'm just using that as an example. Someone who's 100 pounds, so 70% of 100 pounds is 70. So for a 100-pound person, 70 ounces of water is what this person should be drinking. Okay, so that's number one. You might not need a whole gallon of water. Number two reason is that when you drink so much water, you're washing out a lot of electrolytes from your body. And when you're washing out a lot of electrolytes in your body, it's going to affect a lot of body function because your body, even though I said your body is 70% water, your body is not 70% pure water. Our body is kind of a reflection of the earth. The earth is 70% water, but the earth is not 70% pure water either. The earth is 70% salt water, and our body runs on electrolytes. So when you drink a whole gallon of pure water, especially if you drink distilled water, that's like the worst. You're going to have so much loss in electrolytes, things like sodium, magnesium, calcium, zinc, and all of those things. You're going to throw off your electrolyte balance. So you're either going to have a lot of like not feeling well, or you're going to have a lot of mental issues like anxiety. And then you could also end up with a lot of sugar cravings because when you don't have electrolytes, one way to bring the electrolyte balance back is to crave sugar because sugar can be one way to raise the, the blood pressure back up as well. So, oh, and also, of course, low blood pressure. If you already have low blood pressure and you drink that much water, you can actually get even lower blood pressure and start feeling dizzy and pass out. So definitely no to drink that much water. So to avoid all that, number one is find out how much water you should be eating. So do the 70%. So whatever your body weight is in pounds, multiplied by 0.7, and that's the total number of ounces of water you should be drinking a day. Number two, use an electrolyte or trace mineral drops in your water, especially if you tend to sweat a lot or work out a lot. You should add some electrolytes to your water. You don't need to do a lot, but that electrolytes, little bit of electrolytes in your water is going to keep your electrolyte balance. So that way you don't have like crazy anxiety or panic attacks after a long workout or have sugar cravings when you drink so much water. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for showing up today. And it's around like an hour now. So, and it's 6 o'clock. No, it's 7 o'clock here in Hawaii. So it's time for me to have dinner. And I'll talk to you guys again next week. And if you have any question, go ahead and put it in the comment. I'm still trying to figure out how the TikTok works. So pardon me for not responding. And and if you want to be in the group, in the Facebook group, for those of you in on TikTok, you can hop over to Facebook and look up the group. And I think the group might be called Amazing Babes, something like that. Or just look up weight loss, binge eating, emotional eating, and autoimmune um, diseases. That's all we focus on in the group, and we provide emotional support because I know you guys try your best, and still a lot of people think that you're not doing good enough. But let me remind you, you're perfect just the way you are, and you're enough. You're all are loved and lovable here, okay? That's the reason why you're on this earth, because someone loved you and wants you to be here. All right? Bye, everyone. See you next week. Have a good evening.